Hello, hello. It is Minecraft Mob Vote Day. I hope you're excited for that. I sure am. Uh, in lieu of having a Subterranea episode uploaded today, I have decided instead to uh, talk about the Minecraft Live coming up. Am I bandwagoning? Yes. Do I hope that it will bring more people to my channel? Yes, I do. But also, I just love talking about Minecraft updates, and I've been really looking forward to the 1.20 uh, Minecraft Live thing. Uh, it has given me the will to live. Uh, Looking forward to it lately. So I'm super excited about that, and I just wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on it. Oh, I don't want to show you that yet. Uh, So we are in the underground. This isn't an official episode of Subterranea, but I figured that I would get a little bit of work done while I was here, and just figured that. Anyway, so about the mob vote. Everyone and their mother is talking about it, and now I'm going to talk about it too, just to make myself feel included. So there are three mobs in the mob vote. There is the Sniffer, the Rascal, and the Tough Golem. So I'm going to talk a little bit about those and just how I think about it. So there is the Sniffer. Now I've noticed that it seems to be the favorite to win this year, kind of like how the LA was, uh, with the Tough Golem being a close second. But I guess we will see how that works out later on. Um, I haven't quite made up my mind yet on what I'd plan to vote on. I'm leaning towards the Sniffer, just like a lot of other people. Uh, don't want to be too much of a normie about it, but I find they look pretty cool. They're cute, and some new plants would be awesome. I'd be excited about that. Um, yeah, finding new plants. Definitely want some of those. Last year when it was announced with the birch forest update. We were hoping that there'd be more flowers and stuff, so this might be an answer to that a little bit. Maybe get some cool plants. It'd be really cool if they dug up something like a Venus flytrap. That would be cool. Uh, anyway, if they do get as big as people seem to think that they might, as they are connecting the Sniffer to that fossil, as you've probably seen online a bunch. That would be really cool, having a large non-hostile mob that isn't quite like the Ravagers, which are horrifying. They will kill you on sight. So I think that that would be interesting. Uh, is it the most useful mob that's ever shown up in a mob vote? No. Last year was really good. I really liked all the ones that were displayed last year. So yeah, that's the Sniffer, the Rascal. Now I might be a little bit biased about it because I am doing a series in a mine shaft. I think that that would be incredibly cool to add something more to it. Uh, as other people have probably said, um, the iron enchanted pickaxe, not a super big thing that everyone's going to want to find. They're not going to care too much about it. I feel like people are going to be more looking to just kind of capture the Sniffer and keep it. Kind of like those people who like to collect the non-hostile mobs or even the hostile ones. So that's not super useful either. I think the design is really cool, and the idea of playing like a little bit of hide and seek down in the mines, that sounds great, especially with how windy they can be, and it can help you kind of like find stuff down there, I guess. Helps you to explore more. So I think that that's pretty cool. And then lastly, there is the tough golem. I like the idea. Uh, I know a lot of people are just like, oh, it's a walking item frame. Well, if it's holding the item, kind of more like those mods that have like displays where your item kind of like rotates in the center. I think that that would be cool if they held stuff like that. I also kind of like the idea of having another golem, having a use for tough. I don't really use it a lot in build. I don't find it aesthetically pleasing. I mostly just use it to fill up holes as I'm going along, kind of like what I do with andesite and gravel. Not andesite, diorite. Um, I do, however, prefer the idea of the copper golem that we had last year. I would have definitely liked that more. I love the design a lot more. Uh, the tough golem looks good too, but the copper golem, and it also gave like a use to like another use to copper as more than just a decorative block, which in the real world copper isn't so much used. Well, I guess it's used as like a decorative thing with like roofs and stuff, but we use it a lot more for like functional stuff, you know? Which leads me off of the topic of mob votes and into the my hopes for 1.20. What kind of things that might be implemented. Uh, Speaking of the copper, I would definitely love some more uses for copper. Um, in fact, even with the goat horns, there's the copper coated goat horn that they had in the snapshots. Um, I think that they should have went with that instead of just the goat horn and just add the copper to it. I think it looked better than just the horn. Oops. Um, and it gave you another use for copper, uh, which I like. Because as of right now, there's just copper blocks, and then there's the spyglass, and what is it? The lightning rod, and that's pretty much it for what you can build with copper. Um, so I would definitely love something more like that. I was even thinking I would love if you could. I've seen people say, "Oh, there should be a stand that you can make for the spyglass," which I think would be good. But also, I think that it would be a really cool modification to be able to add the spyglass to a crossbow. Not a regular bow, but I would like, since the crossbow has a bit more power and you can probably shoot it further, at least in real life, you'd be able to shoot it further usually. It'd be really neat to have that ability to zoom in on what you're looking at when you're going to use your crossbow. I think it would really make people want to use it a bit more, uh, which I think would be cool. I also think that copper should be in the 1.20 update should be used have more redstone applications. You know, we were gonna get the copper button, which I guess that would be neat, but I don't really see too much use for that for myself so much. I am by no means a prolific redstone person. I'm on bedrock, so even that's a bit harder to do because we don't have the quasi connectivity. But uh, in my opinion, I probably wouldn't want this implemented, but I think that copper should be used in the making of uh, hoppers. I think that that would look really cool. It would look cool. It would give copper a use, but I do know that hoppers have been made out of iron for so long, and there's iron farms to help you get the iron to make those giant sorting systems and stuff that you need all the hoppers for. So I wouldn't want to ruin that for anybody. And it's been like that for so long, you don't really want to mess with that too much. But I definitely think that a couple new redstone additions that include copper definitely need to be implemented. Kind of like how when we got the bees and we got the beeswax, and then later on we got it able to use it with the copper uh, and the candles later on. So I'm hoping that something like that's going to happen with the copper, definitely, because I love the copper and I love the use for it. Another thing that I'm hoping that will pop up in the 1.20 update is I'd like a bit more parity between the two versions. I play Bedrock, um, or Bug Rock as some call it. There are some pretty bad bugs that will kill you. But I would like to see, like on Java Edition, you can use banners. Place down a banner and you can mark it on your map. You can't do that on Bedrock, and I think that that would be like an amazing add-on. It's so useful for mappers. I think it would be great, as well as being able to put banners on top of or on your shields. I think would be a lot good, especially for multiplayer stuff for teams and things, because Bedrock is seen as a lot more of the multiplayer community. It's a lot. I guess you could say that it's easier to play with other people in multiplayer on Bedrock. So I definitely want to see that, as well as for the Java players that they don't have bone meal. You can't bone meal sugarcane, which I find really helpful in Bedrock. I love that, as well as flower farms. In Java, if you want a flower farm, you can only get the flowers from that area, and you got to hope that you get the flowers. But in Bedrock, if you put down a one tall flower, like orchid, we'll say the orchid, you put it down, you can bone meal it, and it will spread more of those flowers around, and then you can pick them up, and you can keep doing that for every flower rather than just the 2 block tall flowers. And I think that that would be really good for them. Uh, Another thing that probably will be in the 1.20 update is a new wood. We usually get a new tree or something like that. It will probably be the baobab tree because of the what do they call that? The biome vote that they had a couple of years ago. So it'll probably wind up being more of like an orangey color. But I have a couple other ideas for wood. I'm not sure if they're really good ideas. I'm thinking ebony. Ebony wood would be cool. We already have quite a few like gray blocks. We only have a couple of black blocks. There's the black stone and its variants, and then black wool and concrete, and then black terracotta, which I would not call black at all. It's not black. Um, but I would definitely consider that. That would be cool, especially for like a spookier biome or something like that. And then maybe something that's more like tinted green, like a greenwood, because that's a thing in real life. Not well. Eventually, the green tint goes away, but there is a thing called green woodworking, where you use like fresh wood, and it kind of has that nice kind of green tint to it. And it'd be cool if we could add that in there. We have a few green blocks, um, probably enough green blocks. There are other colored blocks that we need more of, like there's very few orange and yellow ones. Not that I use those very often anyway, but um, you can't really have yellow wood. Like there is yellow wood, but I don't think it would look good. I would not like that. So, moving on to what the like theme of the update could possibly be. Uh, what should I do now, actually? I don't want to show you guys that, so I'm gonna maybe I'll. Oh, that's right. I got some new areas to explore. So I'll even show you guys that. Anyway, um, don't look. This is gonna be in the next video. Um, so, a couple of ideas. There's people have mentioned something like the hot update because of the promised um, biomes in the future or in the past that they promised through like votes and stuff like that. because there's the savanna and the badlands and the desert that they said that they were going to update. So doing all of those in one fell swoop would be really good. I think that that would go well. We already know most of what they would be adding to that, but it'd be nice to see it implemented. I would definitely like to see the there's that mod that somebody made with the termites and the hollow logs. I would love that. Hollow logs would be amazing, especially if you can like pass items through it, use them like pipes. I would love that. That would be amazing. Some work to the water physics would have to be done, but I think that would be good. I think that that's the most popular and most probable idea. And then after that, there's the end update. Everyone's been asking for an end update for so long, about as long as that they were asking for the caves update. Which look at how amazing that turned out. Love this. Um, I don't think it's probable that they will do it this year or for this update. I don't think it is. It doesn't quite fit with the mobs that they've disclosed for the mob vote. But in the past, that hasn't had too much of an influence on it, especially now that they're like announcing it beforehand so that we can vote on it. But I still think it's not as probable. If it's going to happen, it'll probably happen a bit more into the future, I think. And it also won't be nearly as extensive, I think, as the uh, the end updates in some of the mods that you can find. So, sorry if you guys are hoping that that's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. It'd be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen. Uh, and then, speaking of uh, the uh, the end as a dimension, there is also the idea that a new dimension will be added with the portal in the ancient city, which you can see somewhere around here. If I don't fall and die, I'll go look at that. Um, so people think that that will come. I don't think that that's going to come like in this update. I think it's a bit too soon. The portal was just implemented, uh, and or not even implemented. It was just built and put in. I think they're gonna bait us a bit longer for that. Uh, if they're even gonna give us another dimension that we can go to. There's a lot of theories about those, so I won't take time to talk about those too much. Still, I think it's doubtful. Then there's people talking about a update for the oceans again. People talking about like sharks, or like a sea monster or something like that. If they add a sea monster or squids or octopi to Minecraft, I will never play again. I am horribly, horribly afraid of like things under the ocean. I live nowhere near an ocean, but I still fear like megalodons, like the giant sharks and giant tentacle monsters and just anything with a giant mouth in the water. Being in the water is already horrifying to me. I can barely do it in video games. Like before the ocean update, I hated going in Minecraft water because it was so dark. I did not like it, and I don't like being in the water in Fallout. Uh, I find that scary, especially because I saw a post about someone who saw with their heads-up display a ghoul whale. So that's horrifying. But enough about my phobias, uh, which is a very long word. There's a very long word for that phobia. So enough about that. So that is another idea that people had, another aquatic update. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the oceans are pretty good the way they are. You don't want to add too many more like atmospheric mobs. It'll bog everything down, especially when there has to be water physics down there. Ooh, tree grew. I'll go do that one. Um, yeah, I don't think that that's going to happen. Oops. Oof. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So I think that's the end of what I wanted to talk about. If you're wondering if I'm going to do like a live stream kind of, what do they call that, where they react to Minecraft Live, I am not doing that. I do not like live streaming. I mostly don't even like watching live streams, except for like Minecraft Live and a couple concerts, but even then. So I'm not doing that. Uh, I don't even know if I'm going to do like a reaction video for that. I see people do that a lot. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Depends on how hard it hits, how excited I get about what's happening. I'll think about that. Um, as you might have seen on my Instagram page, I am postponing episode 3 of Subterranea. Uh, and in lieu of that, I am posting this video on the Friday, because posting a video on a Saturday when I already only have 6 subscribers and one of them is my other account, um, doesn't make a lot of sense. No one's going to watch it. So I'm going to postpone it a couple days. I might even change my upload schedule because not a lot of people see it on Saturdays. So I might have to like look into like the studies and like the algorithm to see what days are best for posting videos. I would like a couple more people to see my videos than just people I know in real life. Hi, Mom, if you're watching this. Um, Thank you for your support. But yeah, I'd like to get a couple more fans for that. That'd be nifty. I think that that would be fun, and it would be good for my ego and self-confidence. But anyway, I am rambling again, as I am wont to do. So I'm just going to end this video here, and I'm not going to tell you who you should vote for or what mob you should vote for. That I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm not going to try to influence you in any way because I don't even know enough, and most of the stuff out, like information out there, is speculative. So I hope you enjoy Mob Vote Day, and I hope that you enjoy Minecraft Live Day tomorrow, and that whatever happens with that it will be exciting, and that we will all be excited about it, and things will go a little bit better than last year after the stuff with the birch forest and everything. So I will see you in the next episode of Subterranea, and yeah, have a good one. Bye.